Welcome back to the channel everyone. So in today's video I am going to explain you about if-else statement. So in many cases we have some condition to check and we want to perform the task if the condition gets satisfied. Okay, so in that type of cases we can use if-else statement. The first is simple if block. Okay, so first of all you have to specify if keyword here and you have to specify your condition within these brackets. Now it simply means that if the condition specified here is true, then only the statements within this if block gets executed. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, so here in our example what we have done, we take an integer variable here which is number and we assign 5 to this number, means we initialize this number with 5. In the very next line we check here that if number equals to 5. Now this equals to is a relational operator, or we can say it is comparison operator. Let me give you a quick idea of these operators. We have mainly these 5 operators. Equals to means both the value must be true. This is known as less than. Less than means number 1 must be less than number 2. Okay, this is greater than means number 1 must be greater than number 2. This means number 1 must be less than or equals to number 2. This fifth means number 1 must be greater than or equals to number 2 in order to satisfy the condition. Okay, so in this case we have written double equals to. It simply means it compares this number with this specified value. So in this case we have assigned 5 to this number. It means this condition gets true because both the values are same. Okay, so this statement gets executed, which is value is 5. This will be printed on the screen. Now if in any case if this condition gets false, then the control goes out of the if block and the other statements gets executed. So this is the simple if block. Now the second is if else block, guys. Now this is the very important concept, or this is the very important topic. We are going to use this many times in future. So for the first is if block. This if block is same as this previous if block. The only difference is we also use else block here. Now what it means, if the condition specified within these brackets in if line is get false, if the condition is false or not satisfied, then the statements within this block, this is known as else block, the statements within else block gets executed. Okay, if this condition gets false, then control goes to this block and the statements within this else block gets executed. Okay, so let me explain you this example quickly. So what we have done here is we have taken two variables. Now this example is to find maximum of two numbers. Okay, find maximum of two numbers. So first we have taken 5 inside A, second we have assigned 10 into B. We have two variables here. It means we have two numbers here, which is 5 and 10. Now we have to find out that which number is maximum. So what we have to do, we have to check if A is greater than B. Now if this condition gets true, or if this condition satisfies, then this statement is executed or this line is executed. But in this particular case we have the value A equals to 5, means A is less than 10 obviously. So this condition gets false in this case, and because this condition is false, control goes to or control comes to this else block. And what we have written in else block, we have written maximum is B. Now you might be confused that why I have used plus here. So in Java, plus is used to concat the value of variable with the string. Okay, so it will print message as maximum is, and we have written plus B here. It means it prints the value of B, which is 10. Okay, so that's how this thing works. So that's how if else works, guys. Now let me show you with the flowchart so you have clear about that. Okay, so the first of all, the condition within if statement is check. If the condition is true, then if block gets executed. If the condition is false, then else block gets executed. Okay, so this is a simple flowchart of if else block. Okay guys, now the next is if else if. Okay, now in many cases you have more than one condition to compare. Okay, so how it works: first of all, this if block gets executed. Now if the condition specified here is true, then this statement gets executed. If the condition specified here is false, then it checks this second condition, which is else if. Simply, if this is false, then it goes here, then it comes here, and it checks the second condition. If this second condition is true, then it execute these statements. If the second condition is also false, then it checks this third condition here. If any of these conditions are not true or all the conditions are false, then control comes to this else block and the statements specified within this else block gets executed, guys. So that's how else if works. It is nothing but it is a simple way to use multiple conditions. We can also use multiple if block here, but instead of that we use else if in Java. Okay, or in another programming language also we use this concept. Okay, so let me quickly explain you this concept also with the flowchart. Okay, so how it works: first of all, it checks the if condition. Now if the condition specified within the brackets in if line is true, then it executes if block. If the condition specified in if block is false, then it goes to the second block, which is else if block. Now if the condition specified in else if block is true, then it executes the else if block. Otherwise it directly goes to the else block and else block gets executed. So this is the simple flowchart of if else if statement. Okay, so the next is, this is the last one, which is nested if. Okay, so sometimes it is also possible that one condition is not enough to perform the task. We have to check the multiple condition, and this case is slightly different from the previous case, because in previous case we have multiple conditions but alternatives, but in this case we have to must fulfill these all these conditions, or these three condition must be true in order to perform the statements. This is difference, guys. So how nested if works: first of all, it checks the condition within this if line, within these brackets of if line. Okay, if this condition is true, if condition 1 is true, then it also checks this second condition here. Control comes inside this if block. If the condition is true, the control comes in this part and it checks the second condition. If this condition is also true, then it also checks this third condition. And if these three conditions are true, if all three conditions are true, then only it executes these statements. So that's how nested if works. Okay, so that is all about if else statement, guys. So if you guys want to know more about if else statement, I have also provided the link in description box below of examples of these if statements, so you can refer to that link. And in further videos I'm going to explain you about what is looping and switch statement. So stay tuned, and if you like this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you.